Hello, I'm John. I'd like to show you some things that I made for my buddy Dimwit, the last mountain man. And we'll start with some revolver holsters, and that way you'll get a look at some revolvers as well. I think maybe this was first holster I ever made. And it's got an 1860 Army Colt in it now. So usually these cavalry holsters were worn butt forward on the strong side, but I kind of prefer cross draw, so that's what it is. Okay, so got another holster in that same style, but it's got a little bit more of a mountain man flair to it, for the Dimwit, of course. And it's got a new model Remington Army revolver in it. All ready to make a video. And here's my kind of gunfighter holster. Don't wear it low like in Hollywood, but I'm kind of slow anyway, so I'll probably get shot anyway. So I've got the 1851 Navy Colt in it, with a short barrel. And this is a cross draw holster that I made for Remington. That you've seen this. If you've seen my videos, you've seen this before. And since then, I kind of did a little work on it, and it's got a much safer trigger pull now. But it's a real pretty gun. And got some layers of leather in here just to keep it in from twisting, also keep it in the right position. And I have a leather lace here. Now it's kind of ready to go, but what I can do is I can put this around the hammer like that. That way I can ride a horse, climb a building, who knows. And then this is a paddle holster, which means this goes inside of the waist of your trousers like this, and it rides pretty high with a little bit of a forward rake on it, and it conceals real well. Don't really need to have a very long jacket or anything. And it also has a leather lace to keep it in there. And I'm going to make a video of this revolver. It's a cartridge conversion Colt 38 centerfire. So another paddle holster, but this one I made for myself and not the Dimwit. It's got a Colt Police Positive Special revolver in it. I do the smokeless powder guns and Dimwit does the black powder guns. And I'm going to make a video with this gun as well. It's made in 1938. It's got some interesting wartime story. Let's see. On the frame here, there's a stamped symbol of some kind, and if you get too close, probably won't focus, but I know what that is. I'm not going to tell you, but you know what that is. You can comment more about this gun on a later occasion. Okay, and then I think I showed you this before as well. It's a knife that I made from a bayonet blade that was never finished at the Kongsberg weapons factory. And a little bit of our old apple tree and a leather sheath. And this, I just shove this down the waist of my pants, and this goes on the outside quite stiff and keeps it in place. Last resort. Here's another knife, believe it or not. It's for carving in antler or horn. And I made, I think I made more than 20 of these. They're called tompions, and you shove these into the barrel of muzzle-loading guns, and the military used these and civilians used them as well, and it was to keep the snow and the rain and the mud and whatnot from getting into that barrel. And tricky part is to remember to remove it before you shoot. And so this is kind of a military design, and this got a little more advanced design, so that would be for more of a civilian gun. And I made some powder horns. This I usually call this a pistol horn, but you could also use it as a priming horn if you wanted to. And this wood here is birch, and this here is made from moose antler, and so is this. And this is threaded. I can screw that out, and with a little funnel I can fill the horn up. And don't really have to do that. You can just fill it up here. It works just as well, but I enjoyed making it, so. There's another pistol horn that I made, and it's got a little different design here on the top. And this is birch, and I can't remember. This might be reindeer. This piece here, or moose. Can't remember. And this is the powder horn that you see me use in the videos. And the strap is bought from Track of the Wolf. And this also has a screw-in plug that I use to fill the powder, and that's made of moose antler, and the plug here is moose antler, and this is birch and cow horn. I wear this on my right side, and it kind of hugs my body, fits real well. And I made this shooting bag with a knife sheath on the back of it, and if I want to I can take that out of there, and just a simple sheath, and it's got an old Sami knife from northern Finland, and not sure how old it is. Could be 1930s, could be 1950s. I don't think any newer than that. A little bit of a curve up here on the tip, and that's so you can lift your coffee pot from the fire. And they grind these in a special way. On the middle, let's see, up here in the center of the blade, down like this, is the thickest part. Then it gets thinner towards the top, and of course it gets thinner and then sharp down at the bottom. So you get a real slim and sharp and strong blade, and it's got a blood groove here. If you find one without the blood groove, it could be even older. And this is of course reindeer antler. So obviously didn't make the knife, but I made the sheath, and I made the shooting bag. And it's only got one compartment in it, and all I keep in there is what it takes to fire the gun. Nothing else. And I keep this pouch in my belt, and it contains everything I need to clean and maintain my gun. I don't want them things down in the shooting bag, because that'll just slow me down with too much junk down in there. So this goes in the belt, and it's inspired by Scottish sporan, I think they call them, pouches. A piece of moose antler here. That's just a simple bullet pouch that I made. I got buckshot in it. I might have probably done a little different now, but it works. Again, moose antler. Moose antler is really tough, and it's kind of difficult to work with, but it's great stuff. And this is starter or range rod for a pistol, and it's got a divot down there so you could push the round ball down the barrel a little bit with that, and then it's got this short end here. You could push it a little further, and then the rest. And if it's a rifle or long gun, you need a longer rod to finish the. I never use this. I just use whatever is on the gun, but and the end here is just a cartridge casing that's been cut off, brass, of course. And I have a couple of brass cappers for percussion caps, and so I made these pouches for them. So it goes in the belt and fits down in there, and like so. I got leather thong on there. Also goes onto the belt, so I don't lose it. And there's another one that I made. With a different design capper. It works better on percussion revolvers than the other one. And for musket caps, I made this. Just a cork, and there's musket caps. I'll just keep that down in there with my in my shooting bag with round balls and wadding and things. And I made a lot of these Powdermeassures out of moose antler, and I wear them around my neck, and it's kind of like an ornament, and then it's very handy. I haven't seen anybody else do that, but works for me. And so, as you can see, this is a 90 grain one, and down in there is a red line, and up to that line is 80 grains. And there's 130 grains. I really want to get serious. There's a lot of work to hollow these out. You have to be careful so you don't make a hole through them. So what you do, you kind of look inside towards the light, and when the light starts shining through the sides, then you better stop. Here's another one. Well, of course, they're all different. 80 grains, 110 grains, 70 grains, and 100. And when I was a young man, I used to do some farming and ranching in southwestern North Dakota, and we had a lot of fences to maintain. So this is a pair of fence pliers, and you can do all sorts of things. It's a hammer and a plier. You can pry things and twist, and don't really need that anymore, but and that's the brand, the old man, and it's called Melbar Lazy Bee. Melbar is this thing, and the bee is lazy because it's laying down. So Melbar Lazy Bee, that was our outfit. So, and always enjoyed making things. Got to show you this. I made this for my girlfriend back in 1987. I wanted her to take a driver's license, and she said, if you get me a pink Jeep, I'll take a driver's license. So I made her this, really simple, and it says underneath here, Lena Mobile 87, and so she was 19, I think, I was 20, and now 37 years later, still got the Jeep, still no driver's license, but we're still together, of course married now, 3 grown kids and 4 grandkids. So it's a classic car by now, 37 years old. So she's got her hobbies that she likes to spend time with, and I got mine, and works out well. And all of these things that you've seen me that I made here, I kind of like to keep things simple. I don't like to look like they've been factory made and store bought, and I don't try to make it look like it's made by some expert. I tried to make it look like something a mountain man could have done in his cabin in front of the fire during the winter time, or a cowboy in the bunkhouse, something like that. So nothing fancy, but that's the way I like it, and I hope you enjoyed having a closer look at these things, and if the weather improves, we'll go out in the forest and do some shooting pretty soon. Take care.